Happy Wednesday, Collective. This morning message is about feminine energy. I heard, I've been taking a break, but, I've been listening to the spirit. I've been watching some things. I've been listening to some things. I've been, in reality, just paying attention. And I heard a young lady the other day say, yeah, I use my beauty to my advantage. Yeah, I know I'm pretty. I know I look good, so I use that to my advantage. I'm just sitting there listening to that, using my looks to my advantage. Some women who use their looks to their advantage, some of them don't have a mind frame, a conscious mind to learn with their mind frame instead of learning with their beauty. You got some women who learn so much with their beauty, their nails, their eyes, their hair, their this, their clothes, their this, their body, all of that. But the mind frame does not fit what they are learning about their outer body. Their inside is not matching with their outer body. You get some men who find women. That's why some men get women. They be so beautiful, but they can't even hold a conversation about what's going on in the world, outside of relationships, sexuality, and all of those things. They can, but everything they incorporate with it is about sexuality. But you got some women out here who are very unique. The spirit is saying there are women out here who are so unique that they so smart, and while they're talking, the man start to see the beauty that they hold on the outside by the beauty that they hold on the inside. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest, honey. I'm just Moon Priestess. Let's see what's going on for the collective energy here today. Okay. What is it, spirit? Angels and ancestors, you already know what's going on. You know who you are as well as I do, honey. We got order out here. Some women just got a lot of order. You got a peace of mind, cleared, cluttered, all under control. Okay? You don't have that sense of I need to show my body to do what I need to do, or I need to show how I look to do what I need to do. I can just show what my mind is telling me, what my intuitive mind is giving me, what the spirit is giving me within to bring outside, so people cannot look at what I look like and what I dress like, but actually understands what's coming from the inside out of me and understand that part. And if they can understand that part, they can definitely understand my flesh. I'm just the messenger. Spirit, what else is next? R, reward. Being prosperous, results of hard work, successful effort, independent. Somebody is independent. You've been getting rewarded. You've been getting a lot from spirit by doing this for yourself. You could run into men who want pictures of, dating somebody. But, I don't do that. You're giving people a sense of something different, something unique, because they're not used to your uniqueness. Spirit, what else is next for the collective energy? Because the spirit is blessing whoever this energy is. K. Your name could be Cora, Coral, or Core. We're going to see what Core means. Your name could be Rock, Rochelle. They could call you Rock, Core. Take that how it resonates. But I'm going to look up something that I didn't say and see what that means for the collective energy. I'm still working with these cards here, but eventually I'm going to read this to you. Revolves around worship of two brutal psychic links of God. Gork, Mork, who embody violent energy. Orcs believe these gods grant them fighting power with their spirituality, expressed through war, destruction, and creation of crude war machines. This faith generates the reality altering WAG energy. WAG, Orc spirituality is the source of their psychic field. a collective belief that alters reality, allowing their cob together technology to function and cause their red goals faster, rule to work. Orcs follow powerful warlords such as Geizikul Tharaka, who are seen as prophets of Gork and Mork. Through the power of Wag, orcs feel a connection to their gods, with Gork representing brutal but cunning, and Mork cunning but brutal. This is the type of energy you've been running into. You've been running into an orc type of energy. That's why I had to look up orc, because you know I had core, rock. Your name could be Rochelle. They call it rock or cork or whatever here. But that's what you keep running into. You keep running into men that way. That likes confusion. That likes this. But you got your shit in order, right? You don't want the chaos. You don't want all of that. You want peace, right? Exactly. So let's look up this word here. Look, I said core, K-O-R, right? What does it mean spiritually? And you know what came up? You know what came up? It says order. What it say? Abundance, provision, and order. Look at it. Look at it. That's what it said, right? Oh, okay. Order. Because that's what you have in your life. But you being in such good order with who you are and content with who you are and got boundaries set with who you are and rooted in who you are running into people who are not. You're running into connections who are not. You're running into connections who like the biz, like the buzz, like the gossip, like the mess, starting the wars, doing this. Somebody who got a woman, knowing they got a woman, and taking you out like they ain't got no woman to run into they one mess, and they sit back and laugh and like, oh, no, you don't want that. Okay? You different. You unique. Okay? But let's read this. The measure of grace, righteousness in worship and devotion. Okay? The cycle of life, the wheel of life. Look at that. You be changing things around about yourself to the point where even in your changes that you make, you're still rooted and grounded in who you are as a feminine energy. Somebody is here. Okay, renewal and growth, balance and harmony. Look at that. You are in order here for the collective energy. Let's get a couple of cards out here for you, collective. Let's see what else is going on. Your name could start with a R, a K, a O. I'm just a messenger. You are being rewarded. You got compassion for yourself. You do a good deed. You give and you receive. You give and you receive with your kindness. That's why you get rewarded. But by you having so much order in your life, honey, you always running into chaos. You always run into a man that got so many problems. In a relationship, they got so much baggage is hanging on. You ain't got nothing. And even if you run into friends who got so much going on than you ever have going on. I'm just a messenger. You could be a person who coming into their life for a reason, to get them off of some of the pressure that's on them. Whoever you are, whoever this energy is. That R is very significant for the collective energy, by the way. Your name could be starting with an R, you a feminine energy. Spirit comes through for this feminine energy. The blank card. Look at that. You know, you haven't been able to put nothing about connections and relationship on your list. Spirit, come through, because you got boundaries, you got order, honey. You need somebody else who got order too. Might not be so much order that you have, but they got enough order to maintain the connection with you. Spirit, come through. You got the 8 of Swords out here in reverse, because you ain't trapped in nothing. But some of the people that you run into got so much that they got going on. They've been taking action here, there, this and that, and they be stuck in it. Then they get with you, they want a way out. It's like you always be the way out of something for somebody's energy. Spirit, what else is next for the collective energy? The Judgment. The Judgment. Your judgment of people. You be like, damn, why they into so much? Why is they, because like I said, you work hard on finding order in your feminine energy. Whoever this energy is. You're going to need a man that got order in his masculine energy, baby. Here, what's next? Justice. Right behind Judgment. Look at that. Because your judgment gets you justice on energies. If you with a man and look like it's too much going on, you're going to get justice right then and there. You're going to say, I can't deal with it. This is over with, blah, blah. Even if you got a friend that seems like they got so much going on, just every time y'all around each other, so much baggage, just you not having, you like, look, I feel like you need some time to yourself. When you get back right, you that type of energy. When you get back right, just holler at me. But other than that, I can't have it because this is going to be on my mind. As much as you start to love them, care for them, things like that, you get rid of it before it gets to that point where you start to really care, really love, really engage in the conversations, really engaging in the connection. It's ending with the blank card too. It's all up to you. But your justice is up to you, because every single time you got to start over with a whole newfound connection, a whole newfound person, a whole new person just to add on your list. Because when you fill this list up with what you got judgment on right here, then it gets right back to this, because you haven't found that person yet that meets your feminine energy you so rooted in. I'm just a messenger. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest. What was behind there? Oh, the 7 of Wands. Because you're going to defend whatever you put on this list. Whatever you make. Whatever you decide to do with your life. However you want your relationship. Your connections. You're going to put it there. And if you don't find it, you're definitely going to defend yourself with how you're living your life right now. Whatever you put on here. Whatever you make right now new for yourself. You're going to definitely get justice from it. However, because if it ain't fitting you, you ain't going to make it fit. If it ain't working for your energy, you ain't going to make it work for your energy. You want something that's going to come in and settle in with your energy. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest, honey. I'm just Moon Priestess. I hope this message gets to whoever it needs to get to right on time. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Bye-bye.